Hello, people of the internet. It is I, Scott. Now, I'm going to show you some alternatives on how to animate with faces. Now, people have been asking me why or even how do I do this. Now, there are two specific apps that I use. That is called Flip a Clip, which are most of my edits, and I use Sketchbook, which is one of my main animating sources. So, what we're going to do is we're going to open Sketchbook and see we got our little Tommy boy like. So we're just gonna, keep this centered, and we're gonna put this on a different layer. Now, make that easier for yourself because, you're just gonna have to, but this is where you're gonna add the eyes, but we're gonna go on the standard face, and we're gonna choose the eraser. Now, you can do it at any size. I prefer to do it at a smaller scale, just so I can get the finer details. And now, we just zoom in on the face, and we just, yeah. I'm going to make that just a little smaller just to make that easier for myself. And that is why I'm glad I have this size tool. I also like to do it at a blurry end because then it gives that sort of like, I guess, edge feel, if that makes any sense. That's one eye. Now we're going to go on this side. Messed it up. But this is what I don't understand. A lot of people use green screens, which honestly I don't know why. I saw a tutorial, but like not a lot of tutorials have it, and I don't know, everyone just uses green screen. Like, no, you don't really need to use green screen. There are many easier alternatives. I actually gave this alternative to my friend Battle604 and he's used it a lot. I'm very thankful. So now Thomas looks like a demon. So now we're going to go on the different layer, and we're gonna go to immediate black. Now this will just make it easier, and again, remember how we had this on a different layer? We are going to click a little, come on, oh wait, right. You're gonna always want to change the thing, just to make it easier for yourself. If you want, you can also rechange the size, and yeah, and there is Thomas. Now, you're probably wondering, well, how do you animate the eyes? I don't know how to do that. Well, no worries. We'll go back to here. Now there's this filter called, or this, I guess, setting called transform. I like to use the nudge filter, which then makes it a lot more smoother. I might actually want to fix the eyes, hold it. Let's just go 3%. That's too small. I'm just gonna go, like, 15.4. There we go. Now, I like to put it in the middle just to make it easier for myself, because then it doesn't look half bad. Sometimes the eye will look a bit off, so if you do want to, just increase the size. And yeah. Again, you're going to use the transform. I personally use nudge. Oh, right, it's on a different layer now. So, behind the face, always do that. That's why we put it on a different layer. Then we're going to use the nudge filter again, and look at that, Thomas is now animated. Now let me just leave this, make it a lot easier. Nudge filter, and boom. I like to move it, just, you can click it, press it if you want. I personally just do it so that my finger isn't in the way of the image, so that I can actually see it move. Now you can't do this. This is the easier version, and a lot of people do use it, as do I. And these actually work a lot easier because I've actually done this with a lot of other faces, say this custom Scott edit that I've done. And I can make it so that it's more expressive. Remember, this is actually, and if you want, there's a color feature. So the original image is actually white, but that looks too bright for me. So what I do is I get like, I go to my colors, and I like to go for like a light gray, like almost close, but not close. If you want to add shine, you can also do that. But I add it just to make it look a little better. And I go on the eyes, and again, I click nudge. Now, you don't have to choose nudge. I just choose it because it's more easier. But I don't like to choose the original one because, again, it's just more, like, it goes a lot more slower. But you might want to go a little slower, but then that's what editing's for, because then you can just speed it up like so. So you can do it slow, but I don't recommend it. I just choose nudge. Save in gallery. But if you want to go more advanced, there are other alternatives, which are these. Now, with these, there are 3 more, okay? So what you do is you'll go to the face, and choose the original eye color. You just go close as possible, and there's this filter right in the middle where you choose pick color, and that's really all you have to do. Now you just press on it, whatever, and then you're gonna have to take a separate screenshot of the original eyes, and then you're gonna slap it on, erase around it, whatever, and then again another layer of the color. Now with this, if I can choose the right layer, again, now you can animate Thomas's eyes. Now they actually look like they're animated, kind of like the official show or whatever they use. Yeah, that's really all I use to animate eyes. It does take a lot of time, and if I show you, remember the, if anyone remembers the missing coach video I did, that required a lot of editing to do. I had to figure out how to, add the lining, number, colored eyes, and every other layer. But it just works. It just works. Now, the same can be said about Flip a Clip, but it's much more of a challenge. Now, I wanted to find the original, animation I did, but I couldn't find it. So, what I've done before was I used to animate eyes, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people have seen these. But another alternative is you can just layer it on top, as I've done. This is another bit. Now, Sketchbook is free to use, but these are more, I can only go 3 layers, which is genuinely surprising since I can make a lot of faces with this. I made Tom... Untamed production! This. It looked really good, in my opinion. I've done animations, which is these 2. Please do not steal this. I know some of you will. You know who I'm talking about. And I've actually done a lot of edits, and I've done one... isn't the best, but I've done an edit where it was my first engineers, Gordon on a standard smaller wheel configuration. If someone does that, please give me credit, as I think this would be a really interesting concept. But yeah, I do a lot of thumbnails here, a lot of edits, simple ones where it's the added detail, whatever, sizing especially. But yeah, that is how I do most of my edits. It's really easy, and is that Scott right there? Oh my god. But anyway, this is just what I use to animate. I hope this helps a lot. Sorry if it wasn't on a side view, but this is what I use since I'm very limited, especially with a phone. But yeah, I hope these really help.